sure that their numbers add up for Mr. Damodaran?
Well, I think it's time for them to present their tasks one by one. And the first person to have drawn the lot is Saurabh. So welcome, Saurabh.
Good afternoon, Jajas. So today I'm going to talk about the internet and online banking and the security state in India per se. Today there are around 81 million users, online users in India. Surprisingly, only 13 million users are using online banking. So there is a huge 26% of the existing internet users in India who know internet banking benefits but don't want to use it. And the reason is, they say, I will use the internet banking of your bank if you can give me a guarantee that online banking will be secure. And banks cannot provide that. So we have made a bulletproof, secure, anti-or validation mechanism. Every user will be given a token. So this token prototype is ready luckily yesterday only. So this is a prototype product. And this is the final how it will look like. So what my device can do, it can secure with a bank and it can also integrate with a UID infrastructure. So this PC doesn't need to be virus free. 10,000 viruses can run into it. You just insert this token, no installation, it will make sure a transaction is secure. Because if we secure internet, a whole lot of millions of people will join it. So what is interesting here is, in a hardware there is a unique thing. If I have to make 10,000 pieces, I'll try to make it generally on some other hardware. But if I get a million kind of order, I can go into ASICs. ASICs means get a specialized hardware built for your solution. So when you build a ASIC, you spend $1 million in advance initially, but the cost becomes almost 1/3 or half.
You spoke about communication. Look at those numbers. Do they seem to you adequate for the nature of the task that you're embarked on?
My first aim is get this product out and make sure you are in sync with the market. What does the market require? Then we'll go out and talk to all the people.
But there are lots of great products which haven't found a market merely because no one upfront invested in the marketing exercise.
Sir, actually this sales guy, right? I have put a salary of around $1 lakh for him for next year. So maybe.
Let me ask you a non-financial question. Why should a bank deal with you at all?
Can I have a water?
Saurabh, easy, easy.
So I agree your point. That kind of big marketing communication is not yet planned, but I think I should add it.
Wish you luck.
I was a little nervous. I don't know why this is like 5th, 6th round, but I think I got a little nervous.
But he's been a very passionate young man.
The passion must come after he gets the 5 crores, not before.
Well, I'm just about to walk in the room and present to Mr. Damodaran, and I'm pretty excited. I love talking about ZipDial. I love the business, and am ready to answer some challenging questions. So I'm Valerie Rajitsky. I'm CEO of ZipDial, a company I founded this year. ZipDial is a platform for mobile engagement for consumers to interact with various campaigns and brands by simply dialing numbers and hanging up. It's absolutely toll-free and the simplest thing you can do on a mobile. So anyone with any handset on any telecom operator and any language as their mother tongue can use ZipDial and engage. This is the pricing that we have for those customers. On the premium side, it's packaged around the types of campaigns that they want to run and the types of volumes that they're expecting to drive through those campaigns.
Give us some examples.
Sure. So, for example, a customer of ours, Aventis, a pharmaceutical company, is using ZipDial for updates on diabetes health tips, as well as some other services for market research that they do with their doctors to be able to collect data more accurately and quickly. A customer like that will pay us more to the tune of $1 lakh a month, whereas a small medium enterprise who has no hand-holding from our side comes directly to the site and creates maybe a restaurant review or a lead generation for a local gym. That kind of customer pays 1,000 rupees per number per month.
What about the problems of the telecom industry itself in terms of the large number of disruptions that customers are facing? Why would they put their bets on this?
I think actually play into our benefit. SMS get lost, calls get dropped. You can't wait on hold for forever because the call might get dropped and then you've been sitting on hold for 5 minutes and now it's gone. So zip dialing takes 1 second.
You haven't spoken about competition at all. Is there no competition?
There's no one that we know of doing this via missed call, other than there's one Pakistani startup that we found that seems to have thought through some similar
Because
things.
missed call is an Indian contribution to telecommunication.
It's
So
it's
there
an
must be somebody
emerging
there.
markets contribution. In Africa, they call it flashing, but it's a very, very common behavior in anywhere where there's a prepaid market. Yeah.
So I think, thank you, Valerie.
General Drift is all right.
Was she being honest about a lot of things? Did she field your questions well?
I think she did, except, where she was honest, but that honesty doesn't travel far enough when you say, I'm not aware of whether there's competition. In all of this, if there is competition quietly doing something, parallelly, it changes the game.
The whole picture changes.
I think it went well. I certainly was quickly finishing the presentation. I think I answered all of the questions pretty well.
I'm looking forward to getting inside there and pitching my idea to Mr. Damodaran. That's about it as of now. It's a mixture of excitement and anxiety.
My name is Shreyash Srinivas and I'm in the business of telling stories. So we have a comics business, which is essentially we publish a monthly comic magazine called Comic Jump. Just quickly. A very interesting aspect of this business is that we have, as I said, multiple revenue options. So I have revenue coming in from sales and I have revenue coming in from magazines. This is as far as the print goes. We are also focusing on the digital content aspect. Gentlemen, if you have a Vodafone or a Tata Docomo, you could pick it up now. You will be able to find this magazine online. We've recently done a JV with an Australian company which is putting our content out in iPad, Kindle. You're putting it out there in all kinds of web platforms, essentially making digital content accessible to the globe. Something that I cannot do with a physical copy. I'm reaching out to the globe through a digital presence. If you look at the West, almost all the big budget animation movies are first tested out on comics or on books and then made into movies, because you are able to test the idea out with the masses, and it's a very low cost concept. Today, if we had a Finacle 10 years back, a lot more projects would have come into India. To me, this is what this magazine does. This is proof of concept that we can pull out quality work.
How do you guard against copyright violation? What prevents somebody from, in Meerut, for example, from printing this and distributing?
To a certain extent, we depend on the legal system in this country to help us protect this copyright, develop the kind of distributor relationships.
No, you haven't answered my question. I know that the laws exist,
Okay.
but every book
Okay, I'll put it in.
that is a bestseller here is printed cheaper in Meerut and distributed.
I will not make money out of sales. I will make money out of advertising. So you're not just looking at somebody copying your content. You should be able to copy my content and then sell ad space on that magazine. Only then will you make money.
Give me one good reason why you will advertise here and not in some newspaper or in one of the other well-circulated magazines.
Comics have an amazing ability to generate a very cult status. For some reason, comics, because of their visual narrative style, because of their ability to create such iconic characters, ensure that you have such a deep involvement into the overall ad space. And if you look at one of the ads that we have done in, the medium of ad is also very different. So this is not your typical print ad. So it is very, very targeted to the comic book audience. A comic book audience will not see a regular print ad, but you put something like this. You have a samurai facing a demon and your attention will be riveted. It is something which is extremely eye-catching. It's something that's not been done across any other medium.
Fine.
Fine.
I'm okay.
Gentlemen, thank you so much for your time.